Welcome to Her Confidence Her Way podcast. I am Emiko Rasmussen, a soulful CEO of business and life. I am obsessed with helping you to break through your limiting beliefs and show you what is possible to be, do, have anything that your soul desires. If you are ready to build a mindful, sustainable, and impactful business while honoring your feeling, this is the podcast for you. I do business differently because I believe 100% that business is a soul work and it is not about how fast you grow your followers or how fast you get your results. Your business grows because you grow from inside out. Are you ready to become limitless? Allow it to flow. Hello, beautiful souls. How are you doing? And thank you so much for listening to Her Confidence Her Way podcast. 皆さんこんにちは。今日もこのエピソードを聞いてくれてどうもありがとうございます。Okay, today's episode is something. It's so special to me. I mean, every episodes are very special, but this one I don't even know how to explain, and I think I don't even need to explain. If you listen to this, you'll understand the reason why. 今日はこれもゲストのエピソードをリリースするんですけれども、初めてじゃない、本当にたまにあることなんだけども、初めて会った人で、しかもインスタグラム上で数回しかカンバセーション交わしてないし、このポッドキャストがあるっていうのも、もちろん私はその彼女にポッドキャストのゲストに来てほしいってメッセージをしたんだけど、多分彼女も私のポッドキャスト私の存在だって知らないし、私のポッドキャスト別に聞いたこともないけど、私のメッセージに Yes って言ってくれて、で、なんていうのかな。Okay, so 彼女の名前は Emi. Her name is Emi. And I don't know. 皆さんだからインスタグラムで見ていただければわかるかもしれないんだけども、She is so much like me. I mean, of course she is really, really beautiful. Like she is so gorgeous, of course, and inside out. And she's like me. Like, なんていうんだろうな。彼女はちっちゃい、私は日本でずっと育ってきたけど、彼女はいろんな海外でね、育ってきたから、ちょっとバックグラウンドがもちろん違うけれども、Our conversation was like English and Japanese, right? 本当にそういう人って見つけるのそんなに多くいないから、So that was like my instant connection. And the fact that we both really put a really, I guess, put a priority on our inner growth and embodiment. And I don't even know how to explain this, but 初めて会った人で、なんかここまでこんなにハートつながってカンバセーションってできるのって本当に思うぐらいめっちゃつながってたんですよね、彼女とは。I don't know. でもちろんこうポッドキャストでいつもやるときって私レコードする前にちょっとだけこうゲストの人とお話しして、でその人この人どんな感じかなってちょっとやるんだけど、なんかそれをねやってるといつもいいカンバセーションを逃しちゃうんですよなんかたわいもないカンバセーションからものすごいいいカンバセーションに変わって、でそうだからこれからは私はもうすぐに hit record、 それを使わない関係なしにねレコードボタンを押して、で彼女も全然そのゲスト来てください OK I'm so excited alright で今日も初めて会って、I didn't think that it was my first time seeing her. Like I feel like I have like I don't know why, but I'm like about to cry. I don't know why. It's just like very interesting feeling. And So I met her Zoom でねこう初めてつながって、で質問とかあるとか、なんかお話ししたくないところとかあるって一応私は聞くんですね、みんなに。でも OK じゃあレコードしますって言って、もうそこからカンバセーションしたのねはい、なんかもう今話したけどもすごいもう体がすごい鳥肌が立つくらい本当にすごい私勝手かもしれないけどすごいつながったなって思った素敵なゲストの方です。Okay。で、私がねここでどうしてなんていうのかな、Of course this timing happened to me like now。 このタイミングで彼女とこういうカンバセーションをするで、ここまでこうやってディープにつながれるっていうのはやっぱり私も今までのジャーニーがあって、今まで自分のずっとそのタイムラインっていうのがあって、そこでいろんな決断っていうのを決めて、そこでまたジャンプして別のそのタイムラインにジャンプして、でそしたらその別のタイムラインに存在する人たちはたくさんいるわけで、またそこでまた大きな決断をして、でなんていうのかな、こうディープなねこうinner soul journeyに出て、でまたもっともっと自分と向き合ったりとか、いらないものをこう手放したりとかして、でまた別のそのタイムラインに乗ってってあって、だから本当に私はすごくグラウンディングワークだったりとかイナーワークっていうのをすごくやってきて、でそれで今ここでビジネスをずっとやっていて、で去年の本当に夏2022年の夏にもう私はこれ以上今までの教え方はできないっていうのがもう本当にあって、それで2022年の9月にもう本当に一気にじゃないけど、もちろん変化っていうのは出てたから、こうもちろんねこう内側では全然一気じゃないわけ、もう変わってるわけだけど、でも外に出すものを私すごく抑えてたところがあって、でそこをねそれで9月に手放すことにして、自分を最大限に表現するって決めて、でもそれ全てはやっぱりその本当に内側のワークが大切で、このインタビューでもお話ししてるんだけども、マインドセットねすごく大切なんだけど、マインドのワークってすごく大切なんだけども、でもマインドだけじゃなくて、だからそのマインドプラスマインドから始まる、マインドは本当にすごいパワフルなものだから、マインドからのその考え方なんだけども、そこにはその下の部分にはものすごいもっとディープなものがあって、それが本当にビリーフコードだったりだとか、パラダイムって言われたり潜在意識って呼ばれるものだったりして、でそれをただ勉強しているだけでも意味がなくって、そこから自分が何を信じてるか、そこでのフィーリングっていうものと自分が thinking 感じているところから来るフィーリングがほとんどの場合マッチしてないんですね。このカンバセーションのエピソードでお話ししてるんだけど、だからそのマインドセットだけを教えてても、もちろん変わる人は変わるけれども、やっぱりどこかでこうなんかクリックしない部分がある。で私もそれはもちろんそうだ。だから私も本当にじゃあそこで答えっていうのが私は見つかって、それから本当に自分でワークをして、ただ単にワークするんじゃなくて It's like every day it's a practice。 だから本当にそれをエンバディ体で本当にこう学んで体現していくっていうところやって、そこで本当に自分を信じるっていう、そこをこうなんていうのかな、改めてこう本当に奥の深い部分から自分を信じることができるっていう、そこのあり方にこう自分をねこうなんていうのかな、自分をそこにこう置くことができて、だから本当にこうビジネスをやる人たちってどうしてもどうやってのその How to とか戦略のその方法がねすごい先になって、それを知りたいっていう人がすごく多いんだけど、私はもう本当にこのビジネスっていうところでその皆さんにビジネスどうやってのって教えてって言われてから始めたけども、でも絶対に曲げなかったものはその内側の部分の成長だから、そのマインドセットワークで、そこプラスそこからもちろんスタートしたけども、でもその内側の成長っていうところでそれだけじゃ足りないっていうのを学んで、私もずっとそこを学んできて、でそれが本当に It's an embodiment embodiment piece energetics right で、そこがあってそれがあって初めてその方法のどうやってっていうのがこう最後の本当にファイアになって結果っていうものが本当に出るビジネスっていうところでは、だからこれは私がこう来週、5日間のね 無料のマスタークラスで、期間限定の無料のマスタークラスなので、ぜひね、今のうちに登録してください。本当に値段を、マスタークラスが終わったら、この5日間のシリーズが、$222になります。Okay?マインドセットのその勘違いをクリアにするっていうのが Day1 で、Day2 がマインドセットっていうところで、そのパーソナルブランディングっていうところを教えるんだけども、そこに大切なマインドは、全て大切なんだけども、Day3 セールスとかマーケティングっていうところのマインドワークで、Day4 リーダーシップ、もう本当にリーダーシップっていうのが本当に大切で、ここが本当にビジネスをやってる人で、自分をしっかりとリーダーとして自分を導いていけない人は、はっきり言ってビジネスできないと思う。ここ本当にはっきり言わせてもらうけど、with love 愛でねちょっと言うけど、 So leadership and the mindset work っていうところで、5日目は皆さんがこのワークをしていて、そこで出てきた質問に答えたり、あとは久しぶりにシスターズのグループインタビューのシリーズを最近ずっとやってなかったので一緒にやっていきたいなっていうふうに思っています。 So that is gonna be the 5 lessons、 5日間のねレッスンで、5日間のね、what is the word? マスタークラス、マスタークラス3月の20日、これはアメリカですね。で、日本は3月の21日からになります。日本の朝の9時です。で、24日の最終日の5日 Day5 だけ時間がちょっと変わるんですけども、日本の夜の時間になります。Okay?で、これはもちろんアクセスもあります。録画のアクセスもあります。でも全ては期間限定ですので、もしもね無料で参加したい方は期間限定にね必ず全て見て、少しでもどうしてただ単にビジネスのその How to っていうところだけをやっていても意味がなくって、じゃあそこに必要なマインドワークっていうのは何なのか、どういうものなのかっていうことを本当に理解してもらう。それがあって初めて本当にその皆さんのビジネスのステージ、もしかしたら0から1の人もいれば、もうすでにビルディングしていてそこからネクストのステージに行きたい人も、皆さんここは共通して、なんかもうなんていうのかな、01の人はなんかマインドセットワークいらないでとりあえず do するとか、逆にあとはもうビルディングになって初めてマインドワークが必要とかっていう風にすごい勘違いする人いるけど、 No, the mindset work is something, it's like, to be honest, it's a requirement. Inner work is a requirement. で、マインドセットっていうのが本当にもうIt's like a starting point. ここはもう本当に初めの一歩の部分がマインドセット。Okay? So, I can't wait to welcome you for this powerful masterclass. The name is The Power of Mind. Alright. もしも参加したい人、私のインスタグラムのプロフィールのリンク、またはポッドキャストのショーノートにも貼っておきます。ということで、Oh my goodness, I just enjoy, like literally, please enjoy because you're gonna love it so much. このカンバセーション、ぜひ楽しんでください。Alright, without further ado, please enjoy my conversation with Emi. Okay, I am super excited to welcome you, Emi. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling great. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I have to confess,
Mhm.
I don't know how I found you, but like in love, like instant. Maybe your name, like I saw, like, oh my gosh, Emi. Like, oh my gosh, well, my real name is Emiko, but everybody just called me Emi, like since I was little, like Emi-chan, Emi-chan.
Mhm.
And you had this like black long hair. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Oh my gosh, and the things that she talks about, I love her already. Like I don't even know you, but I'm like, I love her. And I'm like, would you mind? Are you interested in coming into my podcast?
Oh my
So that's how I
God.
found you.
Wow. Thank you so much for finding me. I actually did like Instagram live with a friend and she was your follower.
Oh,
So she was
that's what it
speaking about
was.
yeah, she was speaking about you, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but I didn't know about you.
Oh my gosh, no, that's okay. That would be
Yeah.
crazy anyways.
Yeah, but then she's like, oh, I'm such a big fan of her って言ってて、で、I was like, あ、そうなんだ、みたいな。But somehow she found us みたいな感じで、we both got excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited to speak with you today.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the
Thank you
fact
so
that
much.
you speak English too, that was the other thing. Because like when I was watching you live and you're like, hello everyone. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like one of me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh.
So here we go. ということで私のどれだけね、すごい本当に偶然というか、たまたまなんで見つけたんだろう。あ、多分ね、エンボディメントっていう言葉にも惹かれたのかなって思う
I
し、
think so.
イ
Yeah.
ンスタグラムのこういうコネクションすごいですよね。
I think we have a lot of mutual friends っていうか、
We do?
not like friends as in like,
But it's like somewhat connected.
Yeah, connected. Yeah, somehow. But it's a small world. Like embodiment world is like, you know, really limited in Japan. So like, so it's it's easily,
Yeah.
it's easy to connect, I guess.
So, yeah, so we're just gonna talk all about that today. But before that, I'm like really curious about your background. Obviously, you don't have to tell me all about us. I mean, not all about you to us, but just tell us, you know, who you are. And I'm just curious to see like what kind of like your original essence, like, you know, who were you when you were little up until now? And I know, you know, you have something that you wanted to talk about your identity crisis and all that. So let's just go from there.
Sure. I'll try to make it short, but wow, it's really difficult for me.
No worries.
So I was born in Amsterdam, and then I came back to Japan when I was 3. And then I was in Japan until I was 小学校3年生。そして、そこで結構もう昔から自由奔放で、本当にもうI say whatever I want to say, I do whatever I want to do みたいな type of kid だったけど、I couldn't blend in っていうか、they treated me like a black sheep, you know? Like I was just like always like a weirdo. And I remember feeling a bit more like sadness, but like kind of like angry at the same time. Like, why am I treated like this? っていうふうに思いつつも、まあ、それをちょっと押し込んでた自分がいて、で、そんな状態でアメリカに行くよって父親に言われたのが8歳の時で、で、8歳にアメリカのニューヨークに、行って、そこで5年間ぐらい住んで、で、I remember feeling so liberated. Oh my God, this is my place みたいな。This is my spot みたいな。Thank you for like accepting me for who I am って。で、すごく嬉しかったんだけど、そこでまた、やっぱり日本に帰ってきた時に、逆カルチャーショックっていうか、I'm Japanese, but like coming back to my own country, like I felt weird. I felt awkward again. で、なんかそれが、なんかもう、who am I? みたいな。I'm Japanese, but I don't have a Japanese mindset って感じで、もう中学校2年生で帰ってきて、やっぱり結構難しい時期だったから、やっぱりみんな、当時は、なんか帰国子女って、今でこそね、帰国子女、わーってなるけど、その当時はなんか、やっぱり珍しい存在だったから、まだ、ちょっとなんか、嫉妬もありつつ、なんか何この日本人の顔したアメリカ人みたいな感じの、そうそう、ちょっと対応を受けて、でもそうだね、基本的に私、弱さを見せることが怖かったっていうのがあって、ずっと仮面をかぶって生きてたから、だから、なんて言うんだろう。自分の本当に感じてることをもうすごい抑圧してたんですよね。うん。 で、本当に向き合いたくなくて怖いから。で、そんな状態でそんな状態で、ずっと、高校、大学卒業して、で、そしたら甲状腺の癌になったの。Yeah. And then, I had thyroid cancer and I freaked out because I was like, why me? みたいな。I'm like this, like super liberated person and like, why would I get like thyroid problems? Because thyroid.
How old were you?
I was 26 when I found out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I was so shocked. And, ボディーワーカーとしてずっと働いてたから、そのチャクラのこととかすごく勉強してて、もうすでに。だからそのスロートチャクラは、そのコミュニケーションとか自己表現を司るっていうことを分かってたから、自己表現私してるつもりだけどって思ってて、でもその抑圧してる感情とか、本当の自分じゃなくて、偽りの自分を演じてたことにも気づけなかった状態まで来てて、and なんか現実がすごくモヤモヤしてる。なんか I'm happy overall, but what I'm seeing in reality isn't what I'm hoping, like isn't like in alignment with my desires みたいな。で、そこでもう自分をね、もう変えないといけないなっていうふうに思って、ちょっとタイミングが来たから、もうそこからも自分の自己解放のジャーニーが始まったっていう感じの経緯ですね、今に至るまで。
Oh my gosh. Wow. So, are you fully recovered?
I'm still on medication,
okay.
But I feel much better. And I used to take like a lot of dosage, but now it's, kind of, it's minimum now.
Oh
so,
my
luckily.
Goodness. Okay, so I don't know about, like, なんていうのかな、チャクラか、そうか、チャクラのことはあんまり知らない。あんまりね。I mean, I never really studied chakra. Anyways, however, I have done an interview with someone and then I kind of studied a little bit just to make sure that I know what that is, but not just only the surface. And then I recently like super dive into human design, which is using the chakra system. So I know a lot about the throat chakra. Mine is actually open center, and then when I found out that was interesting, like, oh my gosh, this is the area, the center where you manifest. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, what? I don't have a gift on this? So like I was kind of like surprised, but okay, so how can I use this as a gift? So it was kind of like interesting to find out about me too. But so do you think that, because I think I guess the disease or things that it shows up manifest on your body is always a sign. And some people, they don't believe that it's just, well, you just happen to have, I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's just you happen to have it, but then you didn't go to doctor or you didn't take a medicine, like, you're saying. But then I'm assuming you, of course, you went to see a doctor, but then there are some other things that you kind of like dove into, correct? So like how does that process look like after you find out, realizing, wow, I have been pretty much just, I don't know, would you say that you were not showing up fully and you weren't really truly who you were, and that was a sign, would you say? Like, do you think that was like the wake-up call for you?
I would definitely say so. But even after I found out that I had thyroid cancer, it was benign, by the way. It was nothing like 人生を threat するような。
Yeah, but still, it's a shocking.
It was still a tumor, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, even after I found out, I still didn't want to face the fact that the problem, the issues that the things that I needed to face.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of, just I went with the flow. But it got to a point where I was like, no, I can't live like this anymore. And that's it. I started doing a lot of like embodiment practices.
Wow.
And that's how I got into embodiment.
Wow. I mean, so you're saying like, I wouldn't say like it's a popular thing, but like learning about chakra, like how did you find out about this?
ずっとボディーワーカーとして働いてて、セラピストだから、結構体のことからもうすでに、もうそのアーユルベーダとかアロマセラピーとか。
How long ago was it? 何年前
？That was after I came back from the States. So when I was 24, I moved to Australia.
Okay, so there's another different country.
Yeah, I skipped that part because it's like, and then I've also lived in Canada. So
okay,
I didn't really include that part, but
no. But I mean, like this makes sense. Why, like all those backgrounds? Oh my goodness, like just here. I mean, we can talk all about that, but I'm really curious. So that's interesting because would you say that like all those, the healing work, the chakra, the, I don't know, like self-care, self-love, and all those like inner, I don't know if you want to call it inner work, but it's like in Japan, like not very many people are doing that, or unless they did not want to open up about things that they have been doing. What would you say? Because I wasn't in Japan, so I don't know how, or maybe you're in the industry, maybe people around you are already doing all that, or people are like, what the heck is that?
So when I was still in Australia, I learned about like chakras and everything, but I didn't know there was such thing as chakra healing. Where you kind of balance out like all the energy points in your body. It wasn't until I came back to Japan where I found out, so that was when I was about like 20, like 8, 9-ish, that there was such thing as like chakra healing and energy healing. And so I started getting into it. And then little by little, I did all these practices and then I just, I felt such a big difference in my body because I've always been aware of my body because of what I used to do as a body worker. But then just being aware and conscious and being, because we are an embodied being. So just, being aware of your body, you realize a lot of things. You notice a lot of things about what you're feeling, your emotions and everything. And so it's so ironic because I've been working as a body worker for more than like 14 years, but I was so not aware of my own body to the point that it got to a point where I had to develop this thyroid cancer thing. So, and then I started to just do all these inner work, which got me to where I am right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, well, I didn't really start my own like a soul journey or like the spiritual awakening not up until like maybe 3 years ago or even 2 years ago. So like all those things are still new to me and learning a lot. And then when I found you, you were talking about瞑想dance, right? But I didn't know anything about your background, but maybe you have talked about it. I just haven't got to like any of the posts just yet, but so that makes sense how the whole story, your stories led you to this thing. So I don't know anything about瞑想dance. So if you would you mind telling us what that is or how how you found out, discovered, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. そう、瞑想ダンスは、体の感覚とか動きを通して、その自分の中にある制限を、外して自分自身を解放していくフリースタイルの踊り。So, 日本語ではその動く瞑想っていうふうにも言われていて、で、it's pretty big in the States. It's called movement meditation. Some people know about it, some people don't. But, so it's community based. だから、その日本とか世界中各国に、日本ではまだないから、that's why I started my own community. But その日本以外では結構もう、movement meditation とか ecstatic dance のコミュニティが結構出来上がっていて、で、それがどんどん大きくなっている状態なんですけど、その自分のね、体の状態に気づいて、その意識を外側じゃなくて自分の内側に向けていく。で、その自分を知るための、その深いジャーニーに入っていくためのプラクティスなんですね。そう。で、これはその人に見せるための踊りじゃなくて、自分のための踊り。だからそのパフォーマンスとかエンターテインメントパーポスじゃなくて、自分のためのその内観の体現的なワークっていうか。So it's like, なんて言うんだろう。It's not just a dance. It's more conscious. You're more embodied when you're doing this practice. そういう瞑想ダンスと出会ったのが、2018年か9年かちょっとどっちか忘れたんですけど、バリに行った時に、そう、ネパールで知り合ったアメリカ人の友達がいて、Hey, Emi, let's go to ecstatic dance って言われて、What's ecstatic dance? I was like, just confused, like, what is ecstatic dance? But hey, there's a word dance in it, so hey, might as well go みたいな感じで行った時に、That was my first experience. And it just blew my mind because I've always been a dancer. バレエをずっとちっちゃい頃から3歳ぐらいから習ってて、ダンスはファミリアだったけど、there was always like steps. なんかこの振り付けがあって、こう踊らないといけない。ならなければならない。なんかこうしたら、こう違うことをやったら間違ってるみたいな。I remember feeling so sad when I made a mistake or when I wasn't doing like the right moves.Because I just want to dance the way I want to dance. Like not the way you teach me. でも this dance is like so special because you just listen to music and the beat and the rhythm and you just let your body just follow the music. And it's just so liberating because no one's gonna tell you what to do. Like you give permission to yourself and you just allow yourself to just be in your body.And just listen to your voice and just move. Yeah, and through movement, you release like all the tension, the build-up emotions that you've been suppressed in your whole life. And for me, that was it was such a joyful moment because for the first time I felt like 自分の本当の、なんて言うんだろう。ちっちゃい頃のなんか my little child just woke up and like just she was dancing with me. She felt like for the first time like I feel recognized みたいな感覚を感じて、そのインナーチャイルドというか little me がthank you for like letting me be みたいなっていう感覚をなんか感じて。もうすごく子供の頃のその無邪気な天真爛漫で自由な自分に戻った気がして、これだよね。私ってこういう存在だよねっていうところに帰れたんですよね。だからそのエクサティックダンスとの出会いは私にとってすごくもうライフチェンジングな出会いで、絶対これ日本にも広めたいって思ったのがきっかけでコミュニティをそう3年前にちょっと始めたっていう流れなんですけど。
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. So there's so many things that I wanted to dive in because I forgot to ask you. So, you were saying your like original you when you're little, and then when you're in third grade, you came back. That's like a very important age where that's where all the girls normally like third grade and 8 years, right? Yeah. So like that's when girls kind of like lose their own like I don't want to just loosely use this word confidence, but you know, they start comparing themselves to others and really insecure about their body. Even like my daughter, she's 9 now, my younger one, and she talks about my legs are big. I was like, what? Did someone say that? And she's like, no, but other girls have really, really thin. I'm like, oh my gosh, like she's only 9 and she, you know, started talking about it. So I was like, okay, like I gotta do something about it. So like I'm like start talking about like all about, you know, taking care of your body and, you know, who you are. It's just beautiful the way you are. All those like conversations that I had to have. But anyway, so that's my story. But for you, you know, that was the age that you were in Japan and transitioned to New York. So, and I think you were saying that you couldn't really express yourself the way how you wanted to because everybody like looked at you like, oh my gosh, you're different, you're weird, whatever. So who were you really? But then who were you like, what's the word? Like, how were you like pretending? Like, who were you trying not to be, I guess, you know, like all the pretending, trying to be the good girl, or maybe, I don't know how. So that part.
I was like, Darth Vader みたいな. Just trying to be like this. I'm strong. Like, I'm confident. I can. But really, I can't. And I'm weak. And I'm fragile. Okay. Like, I want to be, like, accepted みたいな。そういう自分が。
なるほどね。そっかそっか。本当は傷ついたりとか本当は悲しいし本当は like I wanted someone like I want friends and you know but because you couldn't blend in so like you know I can do this on my own song like
そういうなんかもうプイッチしちゃったんですよ。だからその本当は傷ついてるっていうことを表せばいいのにその表せない自分がいたの。その傷ついてることを表したらその弱い自分になるから So who's gonna back me up otherwise? みたいな。なんかそれが怖くなってその自分で認めてしまったらもう弱い自分でも I felt like I was gonna collapse. そうなんか小さいながらに No, Emi, like you're good. You're good. みたいな。なんかもうso I was pretending to be I'm good when I wasn't really.Oh
my gosh.
でもそれが続きすぎて I'm good って言ってるともうなんかアファメーションみたいになって I'm good って思い始めちゃう。
Yeah, definitely. なるほどね。
Deep within I wasn't. I so wasn't.
And then obviously you went to Bali. Of course you did. Of course you went there. And then of course that thing happened. Like, you know, like some random friend you just happened to...Did you just meet or you knew her?
No, we actually are good friends.
Okay.
But we're like traveling buddies.
Gotcha. Okay, so then you went there and then, of course.
He just happened to be there and we linked and
I used to do ballet too, so I was like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting to hear. Anyways, and then I was told that when I was practicing ballet, I was told thatなんだっけな、アマリリスの曲かな、バレエやってた時に先生に、あなたの踊り方はなんか折り紙みたい、アマリリスしなやかじゃなくて折り紙みたいって言われてて、でも、like for me, like I was just trying to do the things that I was told to do, so there's no connection between like, you know, my feeling and emotion in the move, like I was just trying to do the perfect move. So like, okay, first you do this and this, whatever, you know? So like when you're saying that, it's like, oh my gosh, like I can totally relate. And also the dancing is something that you're meant to really feel it. But then somehow once you become a dancer, once you step in front of like people, you just start thinking like, okay, it's a
Play a role.
performance and perform this perfect form, so it makes sense. This dance is so liberating. I've heard of like range dancing, and then there's something else, like to shake off the anger pretty much, like so like this is also something because you are really moving your energy outward. So then I guess my question then, yes, this is not for you to do it in front of people. However, how was people's, I don't know, like how did you find your own community, your tribe? And when people said like, yes, I'm interested and teach me, was there like what kind of blocks did they have to go through in order for them to fully really express and move your body? Because I feel like dancing is something that we think that someone will tell you what to do, how to move, but then your body actually already know once you connect within. So what is the process like for someone who are, no, I can't do this. No, there's no way I dance in front of people. Like, no, I can't do this. No, 本当に私は全然ダンスなんてできないんですけどって言ってる人に、like, what would you say to them and how do you guide them?
That's the case with most people in Japan, actually, because they say their excuses are, oh, I can't dance.
Yeah,
but everybody's a dancer. Everybody's a natural dancer. But they're all in their mind thinking, exactly. Oh, I can't. But it's not about doing, it's about being, right? So when you all in your head thinking, I can't, yeah, obviously you can't. Because your mind is telling you that you can't. But you can. You so can.
It's like allow.
Yeah, exactly. Just let it be. But no, they can't because もうマインドが強すぎてyeah, it's really powerful.
I get it.
だからそれはやっぱりそのファシリテーターとしてやっぱりそのマインドじゃなくてその体に戻ることにやっぱり誘導していくことを意識してて、でもその誘導の仕方もポイントがあって、やっぱりdo this, do that とかだと結局こうやりなさい、ああやりなさいって言うから結局 doing になっちゃうし、私が言ったことに対してじゃあ従いますみたいな、
yeah.
そういう状態になってから。
People want direction too. They give too much power away to you because like teacher, please teach me.
Exactly.
That's the only way that I know.
Exactly. Yeah, they want like 指示が欲しいみたいな、so they know what to do. でもやっぱりそういうフリースタイルが好きな人ってその振り付けが嫌いっていう人はもう they can go straight into the dance、but most people やっぱり日本ってやっぱルールとかがすごく、ね、ルールとかそのなんて言うんだろうまあこうしなさいっていう文化だから、文化が主だと思うから、やっぱりそうやって言われることに対して従うっていうのがもう当たり前になってるから、そのやっぱり、指示待ちの人が多いけど、でもそれをしてしまったらこのダンスの意味がなくなるから、だから結構至難の技っていうか本当に動けないっていう人をちょっと動き出させるまでに結構時間がかかるけど、もうそれはでももう本当にもう目をつぶってもらったりとか、やっぱり周り視覚情報がいっぱい入ってくるとまた頭に入っちゃうから、頭にいっちゃうから目を閉じてもらったりとか、体の感覚に意識を向けてもらったりとか、ちょっとセンタリングとかグラウンディングしてもらったりとか、なんかそういうところから入って次第にもちょこちょこ動きを促すような誘導をしていくように心がけているけど、直接的にこうしろああしろは言わないようにしてるけど、でもやっぱり周りの人と一緒に踊るダンスであるから、周りの人がちょっと動き始めると、連鎖反応じゃないけどちょっとなんか動き始めるんですね。それがその瞑想ダンスの素晴らしいところで、やっぱり自分の中に入っていくジャーニーではあるけど、踊りではあるけど、 周りの人がいるからこそ自分の中に入っていけるっていうか、さらに。だから自分が周りの全体の一部であり、自分は全体の一部である。みたいな感じの、なんて言うんだろうな。自分っていう存在だけじゃなくて、周りがいるから、私っていう存在、生かされてるんだっていう感覚にもなるし、その波動もすごいシェアできたりするから、自分の中のジャーニーだけど、それぞれジャーニーに入っている人たち同士で集まっているから、それがすごくいい感じの、なんていうの、ハーモニーをクリエイトして、It's just a beautiful moment. Some people start crying, and some people have like this emotional breakdown, mental breakdown. But that's the purpose of this dance. That's the beauty of this dance. So I'm really passionate about movement meditation. この瞑想ダンスを日本でもっといろんな人に体験してほしいなっていうふうに思って、やっぱマインドセットを教える人がやっぱ多いから、でもマインドセットの時代、マインドセットが大切じゃないとは一切私は思ってなくて、マインドセットももちろん大切。だけどマインドセットと同時にやっぱ大切なのがやっぱりボディ、エンボディメント。なんかそのバランスっていうか、マインドセットだけでもやっぱり変わんないと思うし、マインドを変えても体がシュリンクしたりとかテンスしたりとかしたら、Hey, you haven't changed? みたいな。
100%. It's like you're trying to force yourself, like, I know I can do it, but then in your body, like everything, it's just like a BS meter, just like, alert, it's like, no, BS, like, that's not how I am feeling, that's how. So like, that's where the embodiment also comes. Like, you can't just study the mindset. You can't just do the mindset. It's the whole package. I mean, I'm the same way. I learned about the mindset and then I was teaching that, but then I knew something was missing and I didn't know what it was because I learned everything and, just start feeling about all the gratitude, be thankful. And all I'm like, okay, I am grateful. I am thankful. It's like an affirmation that I am saying it, but then I'm not embodying it. It's not the feeling of it. The feeling is like, BS. So okay. Something is missing. And I had no idea what it was. But now I finally it's like here to here, it's like dropping. So like I understand 100% like how what everything you just said, and I think just that the first step that they start moving, that is when they're already releasing their limitation because they were saying that they can't and then doing it. So like that's amazing. Like that's a step to let go of your limitation, all those things. So like, oh my gosh, I feel like I can just talk forever with you about this topic too. But I also wanted to say, ask you about, you kind of talked about inner child earlier, and then I feel like inner child and maybe you can also explain like the way how I understood ego and inner child. They're like kind of like to me it's like a best friend. Like they are like, you want to do something but then they want to protect. So like for example, if someone would come 瞑想ダンスに来てで大丈夫だよできるから体の自然の動きに分かんないけどこうfollow したっての従って、follow、right? でもなんかエゴとかが no you can't do it no that's embarrassing no っていう風に、もちろんエゴって全部悪いものじゃないと思うから、エゴはもちろん healthy なエゴもあれば、それが行き過ぎると it's like unhealthy になって、it becomes something else だけども、I think you were talking about that in one of the posts, so like I wanted to kind of like share なんて書いてあるっけ、エゴちゃんと付き合う方法が。そう、エゴちゃんとどういう風にして付き合ってる？
エゴちゃんと付き合う方法は、私昔はそのエゴってほら日本語で言うとエゴイスティックとかなんかもうすごい悪いなんか自己中わがままみたいな意味があるから、エゴってすごい悪いものって思っていたんですよね。でもエゴって we all have it. It's there to protect us, like you said earlier. でも最近すごく思うのが、よくエゴとか、私の中ではエゴとインナーチャイルドちょっと似てるっていうふうに思って、ただ言い方が違うっていうふうに思っていて、でも最近気づいたのが、よくインナーチャイルドを癒しましょうとか言われるけど、いや、癒すもんじゃないって最近思っていて、You need to speak with your inner child. You need to have a conversation. 癒すってなったら you become a victim instantly, right? And you get into this drama triangle of being a victim and you can't get out of it. And so you need to learn how to deviate yourself from that triangle. だけど、エゴっていうのは it's there for you. だから、so speak, have a conversation, have a little talk with your inner child. Like what is she, what was she really wanting? What was her desires? Like, そこで oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, like I feel bad for you. Oh, I'm so sorry for like neglecting you for a long time とかなったら、なんかそれって違うかなっていうふうに最近思ってて、癒すじゃなくて対話をする。で、本当に何を伝えたがってたのかっていうところをちゃんとピックアップしてあげる、キャッチしてあげるっていうのが大切だなって思っていて、癒すってなったらもうあたかも被害者意識になっちゃうから、エゴとかインナーチャイルドがそうなったらやっぱり被害者のサイクルから抜け出すのが難しくなるから、それよりは被害者じゃなくてエゴを一人の人間として対話してあげるっていう方法で私はよく付き合ってあげてるかなっていうか、何かわーって出てきたら I just speak with like what am I reacting to みたいな。
Yeah, because
what is
your
my true
child
desire?
is telling you something, so
It's
you can't
something, yeah.
ignore. You can't just get rid of them because that's part of you. なるほどね。やっぱこういうところもエゴもいい悪いとか、インナーチャイルドもなんか悪いものだから、悪いものって言ったらあれだけど、傷ついてるから直すみたいな。すべてがなんていうの、black and white だけども、I like the way how you said it's a communication. Like you listen to them, like recognize that it's there for you, for something telling you. It's like I always like to explain. 私子供が2人いるから、エゴとかなんだろう、インナーチャイルドもそうだけども、自分のね娘がわーって言ってる時に、うるさいから静かにしなさいじゃなくて。You listen. やっぱり子供もなんか言おうとしてるし、何かがあるんだから You listen だけども You listen to it 聞いてあげて、で終わったら車の後ろのチャイルドシートに You're safe. Don't worry. Mommy's driving. You sit in the back. I lead っていうふうに私結構説明するのが好き。
What a great mom.
Yeah, well, I mean it's not everything is perfect, but obviously you can't ignore, so it's the same thing for us too. Like we can't ignore, there's something the kids is telling you, your inner child is telling you something, so you gotta face it. It's not like, oh my gosh, like for example my kid is crying, that's so embarrassing, like let me just do something really quick so that it's not embarrassing, like you can't do that obviously. So that makes sense to have that communication. Oh my goodness. There are so many things that I can like go deeper, but obviously I'm gonna have to, and this is the last question for you. Let's see. 自己解放へのジャーニーっていうところで、もちろん なんだろう、エミのその自分のジャーニーもそうだけども、like you all, I think by because you're a leader, you're leading, but by being and actually doing the thing, so you're all obviously leading, and by allowing yourself to be and be the expression of your true self, you're leading, you're allowing others to like not necessarily like follow you, but lead together. I don't like to use the word follow all the time, but lead together and rise together. So like この自己解放ってそのジャーニーのところで、もちろん自分もそうだけども、この瞑想ダンスだったりだとか、今持っているこのトライブ、コミュニティっていうのをこう、どういうふうにもっともっとこうエクスパンドしていきたいっていうところが最後の質問です。
どういうふうに expand したい？ I'm actually working on it right now.But I'm pretty sure やっぱり私その自己解放のガイドとしてちょっと活動しているけど I'm not saying I'm like 自己解放完璧にできていますっていうふうには言いたくなくて
I think it's
I'm
just
still on my journey.
Yeah,
exactly. If your journey ends like what the hell
there's no growth.
are you doing on this planet
100%. I'm there with you. Yep.
Yeah. そうなんかでもやっぱり大切だと思うのが、やっぱり私の中で最近やっぱあり方っていうのがすごく大切っていうふうに思ってて、なんかあり方が整ってないと、no one's gonna follow って今言おうと思っちゃったけど、no one's gonna want to vibe with you, right? だからなんて言うんだろう、あり方の大切さを今まで気づいてなかった。あり方なんて I can get away with it. I can pretend, I could be like this and that person and, in certain situations. But no, it shows. It shows. Because it's coming from within. If you're not aligned with yourself, it's going to show. So, もう、どんどん今は、もう、解放していくと同時に、解放していくと同時にっていうか、自分と、自分のあり方がつながるからこそ、解放していけるんだけど、もうどんどんその自分のあり方、軸っていうのを整えて、その自分のあり方、もう being っていうのをもう全体的にね、もう整えることによって、やっぱり発するものが変わってくると思うから、そうするともう自然と人が寄ってくるって私は思っている。だから by being more and more embodied with myself、そのコミュニティっていうのは自然とやっぱり広がっていくかなっていうふうに思っていて、もちろんそれは I need to take action だけど、アクションを取った上でもう自分のあり方が整ってたら、やっぱり they're gonna get attracted to you. I'm gonna magnetize them.
Yeah.
Like
I was just about to say you become a magnet. And by being, you're doing, because no matter what, if you are aligning yourself, no matter what, like the action follows, like not by forcing, but because you are being, because of course you're going to take an aligned action. So it's not, okay, so many of the people who listen to this podcast, they are entrepreneurs, they're in some sort of business. So many people are trying to learn the how, teach me, how do I gain the followers? But if you are not aligned with yourself, like how are you going to talk about tell your truth? Like how are you going to connect with your inner knowing and inner being? And you're doing the things, but then it's not working. So I don't know like what to even say, but you just said it because you said it everything. I was like, oh my gosh, like this person speaks my soul. Anyways, but yeah, 100%, because it's not about doing, but because as long as you're like, I don't know if as long as is a good word, but you're intentionally connecting your inner being, and everything just follows, and you don't even have to think about it because your soul already knows. The soul will lead you,
I feel you 100%. Yeah.
Okay, like now I'm having a goosebump.
Oh my god. Oh.
Okay, so
oh my god, I love you already.
Exactly. Well, I said I love you already. Like I didn't even talk to you. I just look at you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this person already. So how can the listeners find you?
On my Instagram, I have Facebook, I have my Facebook community as well.
Okay, so tell us all that.
My Instagram?
多分日本語で言った方がいいかも、ここは。
日本語のインスタグラムは、エナジーシフトっていう、ユーザーネーム、アカウントネーム。で、You can find me で、そこで私を見つけられるっていうのと、で、そこのプロフィールリンクに、エクサティックダンスのコミュニティだったりとか、その瞑想ダンス、ワークショップ、やってるワークショップの詳細があるから、そこで You can search for the details there.
Okay. So the upcoming one 動く瞑想のワークショップは4月の4日と4月の10日今募集中。
4月の4日と4月の10日 It's still like I'm trying to get people to vote for the best time, so it's still not confirmed だけど、5月は14日の日曜日っていうふうに決まっていて、で4月はそう14日か12日。
Somewhere around there. Yeah. So just follow her. Hit the follow. And 個人セッションも常にやっているということなので、気になる方はぜひコネクトしてください。Okay. Well, thank you so much for everything.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, have a wonderful day. Well, I know it's nighttime, but yeah.Thank you so much, and I'm pretty sure
so much for having me.
More connected.
It's such a great time speaking with you. Thank you for the beautiful vibe.
Thank you.
Thank you.